There is no doubt that misinformation spreads not just during elections, but also during the post-election period, especially when a dispute is involved. In Kenya, this has been the case following the general election held on the 9th of August 2022. In the East African country, months after the elections, thousands of Kenyans hit the streets to protest the high cost of living and allegations of election malpractice. The protests have been led by opposition leader and 2022 presidential candidate Raila Odinga, who is also asking to review the electoral body's computers in relation to the results of the vote. Now, in the midst of all of this false information being spread on social media about the protests and other issues that have arisen, we've seen a rise in the number of fake accounts that have been created to push false narratives online. And that is where News Central comes in alongside Africa Check. And we are indeed together beaming the spotlight on this story this week. Welcome to The Proof, powered by Africa Check. I am Joe Hansen. Well, let's start with some background. A photo circulated on Facebook in Kenya claims to show Northland City, the estate owned by the family of former Kenyan President Uhuru Kenyatta. It was posted with the caption, "I never knew there were people who have been living in heaven all this while." It shows a large spotlit sign, a large one, of Northland's golf course outside what appears to be a parking lot with pine trees in the background. It was posted on the 27th of March 2023, and screenshots of the original post were shared the following day. Now, Northlands is a large 4,500 hectare estate located 15 kilometers from Nairobi city center and is owned by the Kenyatta family. The Kenyatta family has a long history in Kenya. In case you do not know, the first president of a democratic Kenya was Jomo Kenyatta, whose son Uhuru Kenyatta would go on to become Kenya's fourth president. The family reportedly plans to develop Northland City into a mixed-use estate of residential, industrial and commercial units. Joining me now is Tess Wandia, researcher with Africa Check. Good to see you again, Tess. Thanks for joining us. Now, how did the Northlands estate become the focus of a fact check?
Thank you, Joe. On 9th March, unsuccessful presidential candidate and long-serving politician Raila Odinga announced countrywide mass protests against the high cost of living and what he claims are electoral misconduct and dictatorial tactics of the William Ruto administration. So Odinga is the leader of the Orange Democratic Movement Party and the Azimio la Umoja coalition. And if you've seen the protests here in Kenya have been marred by clashes between protesters and the police. So during the second week of the protests, Northlands was actually invaded by an unidentified group on 27th of March.
So this brings us to how Northland Estate has found itself in the news. But is a picture being shared online on social media everywhere really from Kenyatta's Northlands Estate?
So what we did to fact check this photo, we did a reverse image search, and the reverse image search led us to a similar photo and on a website, and when we went to the website, it showed that it was a Northlands City golf course, but it was located in Canada.
All right, quickly, could you give us more details on the other step you took to verify this claim?
So a bit more of how we did this. Once we went to the Northland City Golf Course webpage, we were able to see their Twitter page as well. And on the Twitter page, going through their media, we were able to see a similar picture taken from a different angle. And it showed that this picture is indeed from Northland's City Golf Course located in Vancouver, Canada.
All right, Tess, why is it important we address these kinds of claims?
So it is important to address these kinds of claims because they mislead people. And in cases such as these, it could lead to the fueling of violence, leading to even more unrest in the country. So usually things are not always what they seem. And while we may think that a simple picture can't do much damage, when we add it to the tensions as a result of the protest, we can never really tell the consequences that can come from not addressing the use of such an image to push a certain narrative.
Tess, can you tell us what was your verdict?
So we found this image to be fake. The photo circulating on social media was not of the Uhuru Kenyatta family estate, but a golf course in Canada.
Thank you so much, Tess, for talking to us.
Thank you.
Well, it was very exciting to jump on a trending topic on social media, but sometimes we could find ourselves spreading misinformation while trying to be part of the conversation. You can contribute to a conversation without starting a rumor, which can mislead the public and cause confusion. We need to remember that not all information we see on our favorite social media pages, handles is correct, as some of these pages also spread misinformation just for more engagement on their pages and to gain more followers as well. Really. Well, if you want to know more about a claim that you see on social media, you can actually do well to send it to Africa Check. You can also find details of today's fact-checking by visiting africacheck.org. You can tweet at AfricaCheck_NG. And don't forget to follow us on all socials. We are at News Central TV. And you can also check our website out. It's www.newscentral.africa. I'm thanking you so much for always joining us on The Proof. Until next week, where we have more things to prove, well, stay with us. I'm Joe Hansen.